Hey guys, welcome to Punky's World. I'm going to teach you how I organize medical records to make them easier to deal with, not only just to deal with, but also to deal with for genealogy's sake. I have my mother's as a base camp for this video. Now, there, now I'm not disappearing. Okay. These are older records here. So what I want to do, these are newer records. Okay, okay. This, what I would like to do, and what I recommend that you do, is put them in order. The best you can of the, in order the best you can of the person's life. In other words, some of this stuff is much older, okay? There's a lot of it too. Also, what you can do, in order to not, at least in my case, have zillions of blood test results that you're trying to skip through to get to something you actually want to read, is I would put all the blood test results together. I believe on mine that's already done. I believe I've already done that. Yeah, it's easier when you take the blood test results and put them all together. It's easier for another reason too, and that is because you can look at them and you can look at trends. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to open this. That's the first thing. I'm going to take out the blood stuff. Oops. Dang it. Why does that keep closing? Anyway. I'm going to take it all out so that I can take out the blood work and put it in one place. Okay. Pull out this half first. We're going to go through and we're going to take out the blood work. Okay. This is all her file from pulmonology. Okay, so we're going to hold on to this file. It's going to be out on its own. Okay, blood work. Okay. Blood work. Okay. So this is blood work. Okay. This is an after visit summary, which we don't need because there's nothing. Okay, this is part of that. Okay, the rest of this is old, but I'm sure there's blood work. Yep, I think. Oh no, that's for sleep study. This is blood work. Blood work. So, what you can do is compare blood work over time if you choose to. We do a medical genealogy, so comparing blood work is something that we do. It's something that we do. Okay, this is a medication list. I don't need this. Right, hospital inpatient. That's discharge papers. Don't need that. Okay. That's blood. 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 Oh no, that's not blood. That shoot. Okay. What I'm doing is getting all the blood out of here. That sounds strange, doesn't it? Okay. Those are glucose. When the hell? When did that happen? Okay. Anyway, it's interesting when you read things. Okay, this is blood work that was done by infectious disease. That's always interesting. Sometimes when you're okay, those are sputum tests, which I'll put with the blood work, the lab tests. It's like my mama had a heart attack. And again, according to my paperwork, I may have also, so who knows? Which I doubt, but so the medications they're giving her, okay. Assessment and plan. Ugh. Anyway, obviously you didn't have a plan because she died. Yeah, that's just, okay, this is pulmonary, which I'm going to put in with this. It's not staying there. I'm just putting that there to have it as separate. Okay. This doesn't say the result of the test. Oh, yes, it does. Test performed by. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay, that's more Dr. DeMarco. That's more Dr. DeMarco. That's more Dr. DeMarco. Okay. Again, these all go in here. Temporarily. That's the pulmonologist, by the way, just so you know. Okay, there's some more blood work. I like to compare the blood work over time. Okay, that's A1C. Her A1C was doing great. She had pretty much gotten out of, she was no longer in the diabetic range. She was doing fabulous. Okay. More blood work. Okay. Like I said, I like to put that separate. I did that with mine because it makes things easier. Along the lateral aspect of the left lung base. When was this? This looks like it was a while ago. Yeah, it was. Blood. 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 Useless. Okay. Blood. 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 Okay. I'm going to take all blood and put it at the back of the book. Okay. That is okay. When was this? Oh boy. Yeah, that's useless too. Lab results. Useless. Okay. Then yes, all that will get tossed. Most of this is older Milford records, which are from their version of my chart. I'm not going to separate those out. Even though they probably have labs on them, I'm not going to separate them out. Okay. Labs, 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 labs. Laboratory, laboratory. Okay. Yes, guys, I'm singing to myself. Okay. Laboratory. Alright. That's this. That is this pile of labs, okay? What I'm going to do is put them at the back. So let me sit them over here. These are gone through. So, I'm going to take these. I'm going to put, what I'd like to do is put, there we go. All the older stuff together and all the newer stuff together. Now, I don't know if I'm going to do that today. Certainly not on camera. That would take forever. But ideally, that's what you would do. Most of the time in genealogy, you're going to have basic records. You're going to have death certificates. You're going to have You might have a coroner's record, which I actually do have one of those. My great-grandfather. And the coroner said, look, I'm not going to do an autopsy on an 88-year-old man or 86-year-old man, whatever he was, that I know fell while hospitalized and broke a hip just, a couple months before his passing. I'm just not going to do that. So it was a very nice report that he did, explaining that there was no foul play, there was nothing. It was just he was old, he had fallen, and that sort of led to his downfall, more or less, was the fact that he was old and he had fallen. Now, if you really want to be anal retentive about this, you can literally put the stuff in order, but yeah, not me. Which is not a bad idea for genealogy, to keep your genealogy in order by date, but to keep this in order by date, oh boy. Like I said, you'd have to be really anal retentive, and I just don't have the care to do it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to sit here and go date by date, because some of these are day by day. They're literally day-to-day reports, during hospitalization. So, yeah, I'm not going to sit and put those in order. All right, let me find some more labs here. There's a lot of labs here. That's what happens when you end up in the emergency room. There's a lot of labs. Because that's one thing you do a lot of in the hospital. Because it tells them the most, you know what I mean? What you'll notice, and keep an eye out for, and I need to find out where Worcester City Hospitals. Okay, that's interesting. Why did they do a drug test? They did a drug screen. Things that you look at and go, what? So yeah, why? I don't know. Those are heart tests. Okay, those are heart tests. Probably weren't normal even back then, I'm guessing. Let me see. These are old. Non-specific abnormality. Left atrial enlargement. Non-specific T-wave abnormality. Yeah, and this was back in what's the date on this? Trying to see the date on this. Ugh, and I don't see it. It's old. It's from the 80s. Oops, that doesn't go over there. It's from the 80s anyway. So, here we go. Here's some work. Dr. Saylor. Oof, this was a long time ago. She was 43. This was her first Um, oh boy. Height 65 inches, weight 163 pounds. Volume, actual, predicted. I'm trying to find her. I'm trying to make sense of her lung function test, but this study is consistent with mild to moderate obstructive disease. No significant changes following bronchodilators. This should not prevent a clinical trial of bronchodilators if found potentially useful. Wow. Hyper. Okay. Whatever. Don't mind me, guys. I am trying to get all of these labs, and I should be boring you with stuff that makes no sense to you. Okay, what is this? Yep, labs. More labs. Boop. It's a 42-year-old woman with past medical history of as well as asthma and palpitations. The ambulance patient's history is limited, secondary to the fact she does not want to provide any. Oh, yeah. Anyway, I won't be reading that to you, but that's funny. That's my mother, pretty much, in a nutshell. I love my mother, but that's my mother. Let's see. What? Oh, okay, that's blood labs. Uh-oh, Joy labs. Idiot. There we go. Labs. Okay, how far into this are we? Okay, I don't want to go much further. But basically, just separating out the labs. And in doing so, you may even find things you weren't aware of, particularly if you're looking at your parents, which is what I'm doing. So I am going to continue to look at this. I may take it out to the table to make things a little bit easier for myself. Okay. But I want to thank you for joining me for this. Like I said, I'm going to continue to get the blood out of the way. All the labs out of the way. Put them all in one area. Okay. You'd be amazed to have someone's complete record how many labs there actually are in a medical record. It's insanium in the cranium. Anyway, how many times we've gotten poked in our lives, particularly if you've been ill. I mean, the average person gets poked maybe once a year, but not the rest of us. The rest of us who are not so average when it comes to our health get poked, I don't know. In my case, I'm required to get poked 4 times a year at least, and I usually get poked more than that, depending on what's going on with my body. So, generally it's more than 4 times a year. Because, well, that's my body. And my mother was the same way throughout her life, as you can see here. And this isn't even, I still have this whole pile to go through. But anyway, that's the kind of thing you want to do when you want to put the old stuff in the front and the new stuff in the back, in that basic order. I'm not going to sit and literally put things in order by date. What I am going to do is put the older stuff first and the newer stuff at the back. But I'm not going to bore you with that. I am going to tell you that I'm going to do that. And what I'll do, this video is becoming long, is I'll make another video, excuse me, and show you everything set up. Okay? In the case of my dad's is all one time period, because my dad wasn't really ever sick in his life and spent, an amount of time in the hospital except when he had his accident, which I would love to get a hold of those records. But St. Vincent's is about as helpful as a hemorrhoid. So I don't think that's gonna. I can't believe I said that. So I don't think that's gonna happen, but I can try. So, and I'm not even sure that they have those records, given that they were from 1964. So, and we're talking about 60 years ago? Oh my God. That was 60 years ago this year. Wowzy! Anyway, that's hard to imagine. So, I also, if you have like a full chart from a doctor, like I have here, Dr. DeMarco, put it all together. The reason that we have this full chart, and you might too, is if your doctor retired or if you switch doctors, you're going to get that to transfer over. And in this case, they didn't take it for whatever reason. So, thank you so much for joining me. God bless you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I will be back to show you the completed book. And that will be its own video. So, God bless you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Please check out both channels. Please subscribe to both channels. And hit those bells. Thank you so much. Bye, guys. Mwah. God bless you.